Hello everyone, we'll wait for 2 more minutes. Hello Shraddha ji.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Shubham. Hi, everyone.
Hello ma'am. We'll be very happy and helpful if you can turn on the camera. We can all see your happy faces.
I think, Shubham, we can start in 2 minutes. Sharp 12:05.
Yep, few of them are struggling in login. I'm just figuring it
Okay,
out.
let's wait then. Let's wait. Hey, Shraddha, hi. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Sakshi. I'm good. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for joining in today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, Akshi, we can start. Hi everyone, one small request. If you all can, change your name to the real name. I see a lot of Shubham here in the session. So it would be very helpful if we can call you by your original name. And thank you once again for joining in. Hello Nisha ji, Vinny. Hello Shraddha ji. Yes, Akshi.
All right. So, a very warm welcome to everyone out here. I'm so thankful to all spending your time on Sundays and joining here with us for this beautiful workshop. And this workshop is exactly, all for you because all our dear mommies, going to be mommies, are in some, a lot of questions. And that's why we thought that today, along with Dr. Trishita and Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, we are going to solve all your queries that probably you come across on the daily basis. Quickly helping you to know who Dr. Trishita is, I'm pretty sure that you must have read in the creative that Shubham also passed to you, but just to help you understand. So Dr. Trishita is basically our nutritionist who hails more than 11 years of experience in dealing with all the, nutrition related queries. She has been teaching and she has been associated with a lot of government projects as well. She has been working in top hospitals such as Apollo, Yashoda, and many others. So just to begin with, we are going to start with Dr. Trishita, followed by Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, who is going to make you experience a wonderful harmony between your mind, your body, and your soul today by making you meditate for 15 to 20 minutes, and then probably we'll take up all your questions so that we can answer them and clear all your queries. So taking it to Dr. Trishita.
Thank you so much, Sakshi.
Thanks.
And I welcome all of you to this lovely session. I'm sure we all have a lot of doubts when we even think about pregnancy and, you know, having a baby, getting a lovely life into this whole world. So I'll just quickly give you a few pointers from the nutrition point of view, what you have to take care, because we have a lot of information regarding the diet, what we have to take, the meal, what we have to take during pregnancy. We have many facts and tips coming from all over our relatives, our mothers, and our friends, and whoever knows that you're having this beautiful journey in your life. So the main thing what I would tell you, and I always tell my clients, is that the baby will get all of its nutrition from your stores. So you have to be strong from inside to give that proper nutrition to your baby. Your calcium stores, your iron stores, your folic acid stores are very important for a proper pregnancy and for a healthy baby. It's not just for you, and many people would also tell you now, because you're pregnant and you're carrying, eat for two. So it's not like that. Please don't do it. Because of that only, you tend to gain a lot of weight during pregnancy, and it may also lead to complications. So please do not follow that rule, because since you are carrying, so you have to eat double the amount what you used to eat before. So when you're carrying, trimester wise, there's a difference in the calorie intake, or that extra calories what you have to take during the pregnancy. Now, when we talk about the first trimester, quickly, I'll just tell you, there are most of the ladies face nausea and vomiting during the first trimester, and it's a very common issue, which may not allow you to take the proper nutrients in. So please don't worry and don't get stressed about it. Try to eat smaller, frequent meals, whatever is available. If you can tolerate and have milk during the first trimester, please have at least two or three glasses of milk a day at least, so that you can meet that requirement, even if you have that nausea or that vomiting. The other thing is, fill your plate with a lot of organic, colorful fruits and vegetables always throughout the pregnancy, because you have to build on your stores of iron, on your stores of calcium throughout the pregnancy, so that post delivery also, when you are breastfeeding, and your recovery is faster. That is very important. Please remember that. And even if you are feeling nauseous and you are not able to eat proper quantities, just what I suggest my clients is, if you feel like vomiting, please do it. Give your body that rest for another 1 or 2 hours, and then try to eat smaller, frequent meals again. Do not totally leave, if I will eat again, then again I will vomit. Don't keep that mindset. Keep having smaller, frequent meals always in the first trimester. Keep yourself hydrated. Have at least 3 or 4 liters of fluids in every trimester, for that matter. Please continue to have it. And now it is summertime here, and it's a very hot in India. Include a lot of beverages like coconut water. You can have a thin buttermilk. Have maybe sugarcane juice once in a while is also good. So please include all that. And one more point for the first trimester is, if you're feeling nauseous, do not have a lot of fluids before your major meal. So don't have a lot of water just before your lunch or just before your dinner. That excess fluid also causes that tumbling or churning in the stomach. So you can avoid that. Now, coming to the second trimester and the third trimester, you will feel much better. I'm sure once you've reached that state, that nausea will come down. Your hormone levels will come into that settled state. Your body will get used to the hormonal fluctuations, and the baby also. So you will feel better. There will be a lot of glow on your face, very good skin, nice hair, nice nails. So enjoy that period. Eat properly. Again, as I said, stress on your calcium intake. Calcium intake will, because now from the second trimester onwards, the baby starts to form properly. All the bones and everything start to form. Proper weight gain will happen. And about the weight gain throughout your pregnancy, during among the 3 trimesters, you should have 12 kgs of weight gain. So from your starting weight until the end of your pregnancy, normal weight gain is about 12 kgs. You should try not to exceed it. If you are already on the overweight side, when you have started your pregnancy, we can target that up to 10 kgs, not more than that. So it is a normal and a natural weight gain, which includes everything. It's not just your body gaining weight; it's the baby, the fat, and the pregnancy weight. So don't get stressed and tensed about it. But yes, if you already have some other complications like having insulin sensitivity leading to sugar related problems, BP related problems, or any cholesterol or fat related problems, then we have to take utmost care for your well-being, which may also affect the baby. So you have to control all those levels first, and then gradually go into giving more nutrients to the baby. So there we have more restrictions on or a calculated restriction on the intake of carbohydrates. But otherwise, always fill your plate. A lot of fruits and vegetables. Colors should be seen on the plate. Don't just have rice and dal and something else. Always have a vegetable along with it. If there is no vegetable available, you can have a simple salad also. As simple as having maybe a few pieces of carrot, a few pieces of cucumber, tomato, or onions. Even that is enough. You don't have to go in anything fancy. What is there at home only? You can make a complete plate. Also try to add some ghee in your diet. Ghee is very good for your joints also, and also as the pregnancy progresses, you may face some problems like back pain, which may come as weight increases. Sleeping portions, I'm sure Pramodji and possibly would tell us more about it. So all these things can be kept in mind, and always remember one. I would end this topic, and I know I'm just speaking a lot today because I want to give a lot of information to you in this short time. But yes, one last and final thing, what I would tell you is always concentrate on your folic acid. That is the green leafy vegetables, flax seeds, walnuts. Include that every day in your diet. Calcium, have milk at least two cups or 2 glasses a day. Include eggs in your diet. And lastly, your iron intake is also very important. You can have dates, you can have black raisins, or you can also have some dry fruits every day. Have it in the early morning time before your lunch. So you'll have it early in the morning or in your mid morning time. That's the best absorbed. Whatever we eat at that time will be properly absorbed in the body. So keep your fruits and dry fruits at that time. So I think I'll end here, and we will take your questions, I think, later. As Sakshi mentioned, you can ask me questions after Pramodji's meditation and talk. Yeah, thank you. I hope I was clear, Sakshi, because I'm...
Trishita, yeah, Dr. Trishita. So I just would like to, request you if you can just throw some more light on, taking beverages. So, a lot of mommies love to have coffee. So I come across a lot of queries where people ask that whether coffee is okay to have during pregnancy or not. Tea is okay to have during pregnancy, or a lot of, because every one of us are working these days. So yeah, a lot of mothers do ask me a question where they can have Red Bull as well. So if you can help us know a little more about that, and then probably we can take some questions from our mommies as well.
Okay, sir. Yes, actually. So beverages, yes, tea and coffee, I would not say totally stop it. If you are habited and used to having it, again, I would say have it only in the morning. Once you can have it a day. Don't have it a lot of time. Red Bull is a big no. No, please do not have it carbonated, and it has colors and preservatives. It is a total no for you and for the baby as well, because certain substances like pesticides, colored preservatives can go from our body to the baby, to the placenta, even medication for that matter. So please do not indulge into such beverages. Carbonated beverages is not at all advisable. Yes, tea or coffee is okay. If you get decaffeinated coffee, it is much better. You can have that more often in a day. But if you want to have your normal tea or coffee, once a day is okay. Not more than that, because it is not just because you're pregnant or anything like that. It will actually pull out a lot of fluid from your body, excess tea or coffee for that matter. So it's like a diuretic, and you internally you will start to get dehydrated. It's actually not good, and it is also addictive. So it is better to avoid nothing which has color or preservative, nothing which is processed.
Thank you, Dr. Trishita. One more thing that, again, I'm asking on behalf of the queries that I get. So since you know that trimester 2 is more towards, getting pregnancy-induced disorders, probably such as thyroid or I think sugar as well, diabetes as well.
Hypertension.
So, So here my question is related to diabetes specifically. When we say that we have to have a lot of fruits, when we say we have to have a good amount of food, a lot of times, there are food that help. I mean, that causes increases the sugar level as well. How do you think we should balance that out?
Yes, actually, that's the whole thing, no? So for anybody for that matter, we have to have, as I mentioned, small frequent meals. So if you balance and have your food throughout the day, it will not affect you. Now, just because we're eating more, that does not cause diabetes or sugar pregnancy-induced diabetes. It can happen also because of any genetic disorders, because of the hormonal changes which occur in the body. So if that is happening, that is generally done by a glucose tolerance test, and they do it in the second trimester for all the ladies. If you feel, or if the mother or the gynec feels that you are insulin sensitive and your sugar levels go haywire, even if you eat in smaller quantities, then comes the role of a nutritionist, where we will give you very calculated quantities. There, the amount of carbohydrate, the amount of food, because protein also gives us calories, fat also gives us calories, carbs also give us calories. So everything will become in a calculated manner, where we cannot say because sugar levels are increasing, so we have lesser amount of food. No, because the baby also needs the nutrition, and the mother also needs to start building her stores. Otherwise, she will become tired and fatigued post delivery, or even during the delivery process.
I see.
Then the complications also increase.
Yeah.
So to avoid it to happen, and to avoid the pregnancy induced diabetes or the hypertension to occur, from the beginning, from the start itself, proper intake of nutrients in terms of what I mentioned before, all our electrolytes, calcium, magnesium, iron, our folic acid, B vitamin should be in balance from the beginning. If you have a planned pregnancy, you're going to do 3 months before that itself, or during the pregnancy also, always a balanced meal or a plate, and having smaller frequent meals. You have to give that 2.5 hour gap and keep on having smaller quantities, which will prevent all this, because you are giving that much time to the stomach to eat the food, digest it, process it, and use all the nutrients, than giving excess at one time only and causing all the problems. So that is the whole thing.
Thank you, Dr. Trishna. I think one last question from my end as well. Again, so you mentioned that, while a female is pregnant, then ideally 10 to 12 kgs is an ideal weight, right? And when we talk about second trimester, that is particularly a trimester where anyhow we are going to gain the weight, right?
Yes.
How about someone who is already on the higher side of the weight? Someone probably who is around 90, 95 types. What do you think ideally, because we all are working from home, it's completely sedentary. We try to, push our body probably by walks, and our dear mothers are already doing yoga with us. So yeah, that also adds a lot of value. But just to maintain that weight, what do you think should be the ideal, eating pattern, so that later after the delivery also it doesn't hamper the mom? Because what I feel is that pregnancy, or maybe this stage, is not just, or the nutrition that we take is not limited to our pregnancy period. It is actually, what we give to our body is actually going to result after our delivery as well, when body becomes fragile. So probably if you can help us know a little more towards that also, and then we'll take it to Dr. Pramod Chaudhary for the meditation part.
Okay, Sakshi. Very well mentioned and said, Sakshi. Yes, as I already told you, that if the mother is on a higher side and she's conceived and she's in the first trimester, then we have a chance in the first 3 months that we control the calorie intake, because the baby's growth is comparatively slower in the first trimester as we go into the second and third trimester. Now, third trimester weight gain happens more because of the fluid, and the amniotic sac has formed properly, and a lot of fluid, and the baby weight is also present in the third trimester. Second trimester, it starts to increase with the increase in the amniotic sac and the fluid. So now in the first trimester, we have to, again, same thing, we have to restrict our calorie intake, but at the same time, keeping in mind, we have to eat our proper nutrients. We cannot skip the part of eating our fruits, our vegetables, our 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Having proper protein intake is very important. That cannot be skipped. Now, but here, if the mother is on the higher side, the ratio of carbohydrate and protein will vary, Sakshi. So protein will be a little higher. If if we give a proper protein intake, her BMR would gradually increase with proper exercise and yoga, what she's already doing. With that, we will help her not to increase excess weight and not to decrease weight also, because losing weight also, and it generally happens with mothers who already have nausea and vomiting, they tend to lose a lot of weight in the first trimester. And it happened with me also. I had lost almost 4-5 kgs in my first trimester rather than putting on weight. So it is all a matter of balancing the calories. Now again, it will become like a personalized plan. Pinpointing something for a lady will be difficult for me. I have to study her weight, her eating patterns, and then change the proportion of carbohydrate and protein intake. Thereby, we maintain her weight, and gradual weight increase happens during the pregnancy, which is 10 to 12 kgs, which is normal weight gain, which actually should happen for a healthy baby. That, and one more point, what you had mentioned, post delivery, as you said, when the body is fragile and when we have to do breastfeeding for the baby, more nutrients are required. That time, what happens is, that is also a tendency for a lady to put on a lot of weight post delivery, because during breastfeeding, the appetite increases a lot because she is feeding the baby and there is a lot of hunger. There again, it's a different scenario and story where a proper intake of calories should be there along with fluids and calcium. And her appetite is also high. There she can restrict herself in terms of calories a lot, but again in a balanced way. So it is a mixed bag of balancing and calculating, but it is on a one-to-one basis. It will be easy for me to plan for a particular client and tell her points which are specific to her routine.
I think that's great, Dr. Trishita, and I completely second your thought that it's very important for us to understand what are the eating patterns, and then only we can, help a mother to know the exact nutrient that she needs for her body, not just for herself, but for the baby as well. I think now it's the time when we can take take it to Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. But before we start meditating, one small request from my end and from my team's end is, if you can all switch on your cameras, because we would love to see you all. We would love to meditate with you all. And that is actually going to benefit you and us as well while we see each other. So it's a humble request. I understand today's Sunday. Most of us must be in our comfort zones, but if you can switch on your camera, then it will be a great help to us. And then probably we can quickly start with our meditation as well. No matter, no worries, wherever you are sitting, you can be in your comfortable positions as well. Okay, so I'll quickly introduce Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. So a PhD in Vedic and psychoneurobics. Dr. Pramod Chaudhary has been meditating and practicing yoga from almost 7 years, and he has done his PhD in psychoneurobics, like I said, and now he's going to help you, see and experience you all a wonderful harmony between your mind, your body, and your soul. So, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, quickly taking to you, and this is, I think, the best part and the favorite part of all the mommies out here.
Thank you so much, Sakshi, and thank you, Dr. Trishita, for such good that every information, every point that you mentioned. Actually, I was absorbing in, and I'm like, okay, I'll meet my clients, and I'm gonna share all of that with them. Thank you so much for that, and I welcome all the feminine force that is present here today. Please switch on your cameras and find your comfortable seats so we can dive deep into this practice of meditation, where you can, find your own self connected with the life that is, being there inside you. So please switch on your cameras and we can start with the meditation.
And it will be great if you are there with your husbands, you can bring them along so that you both experience this, have this experience together. I saw Shweta sitting with her husband. So that's great, Shweta. Hi.
Great ideas, actually. It's better if you guys can bring your other half too. Okay. I still see, if you have not switched on the camera, like, see, there's no problem. If you are just in your bedrooms or anything, just be comfortable and have your cushions or anything you need for your comfort. Okay, I think we are good to start now. So, okay, sit in a comfortable position. You can use a cushion under your hip or for your lower back, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And before we actually start with the meditation, I would like to, mention one of this folklore of India from Mahabharat, when, Abhimanyu heard the way to get into the Chakravyuh in his mother's womb. So if you have not heard it, I'll just repeat it quickly, that there was a time when Arjuna was sent to exile, and at that time, Subhadra was pregnant, who was mother of Abhimanyu and wife of Arjuna, and she was also sister of Bhagwan Krishna. And Bhagwan Krishna one day was telling her the secret that there is going to be this event in the future, that there is going to be war once the exile time is over. And in this war, Kauravas may use this secret technique, which is called the Chakravyuh. Then he was like, okay, let me tell you, only Arjuna is the one who knows. So I want someone else to remember, okay, how to get into that and how to come out of that formation. So when he started telling the secret of how to get into that, Subhadra was all active and she was like, okay, listening and very carefully. But after a while, she got bored, like, I'm anyway not going to take part in the war, so I feel sleepy, and she fell asleep. And then Bhagwan Krishna was like, okay, there's no one to hear now, I have to stop. So he was only able to deliver how to enter the Chakravyuh. But luckily, it was Abhimanyu sitting inside the womb, very actively listening to the counsel of Bhagwan Krishna, was able to absorb it. But since the mother slept, the connection was disconnected. Like, the voice that was coming into the ears of the mother couldn't reach the womb. What do we see there? That there is a connection. Whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever you eat, whatever you do, whatever actions you are performing, they are all absorbed by the baby. So how important it is to take care of how you're conducting your life at this particular moment. It is very important than any other time of your life. Right now, whatever you are doing is affecting your baby. So make sure that you control your bad habits, you control your negative moods, though it is very difficult because of all the hormonal change. But that's why Flexify Me is here. We're going to help you, and we're going to be that support. Whenever you feel negative, please reach out to any one of us. Just leave a message somewhere to anyone who is in contact with you, that, okay, I need some help. And we're going to come running towards you. Anyone said something? Okay. I think I just misheard it. So continuing with that, so Abhimanyu heard how to enter, but couldn't hear the ending part because anyway, she slept. So how can we relate this situation with the real life? That actually Bhagwan Krishna was giving the counsel how to enter the Chakravyuh of life and how to get past it. So through your experiences, your baby is learning how to get into this life, and then how to deal with the problems, and then how to surpass them. But since we have to hold on to the folklore, which says that he only knows how to enter, he doesn't know how to pass. So that is the first part, that right now, whatever you are doing, fill yourself with good thoughts, fill yourself with good actions, and listen to good things, watch good movies, or listen to good counsel from your family, friends, and whosoever is there, so that the baby is already prepared with good samskaras. So when the baby comes out, already blessed with, good thoughts, good actions. So you have to do all that good work right now. So try reading good books, try watching good movies. Don't watch too much action, otherwise you'll have like a Jackie Chan. if you want that, then definitely you can, or maybe like someone from the Kill Bill if it's a lady. So I did that. That was just a request, and We can also recommend you books if you are interested. You can reach out to Flexify Me. We'll recommend you, even if you want some soothing music, calming music. And also on the dashboard, there are a lot of meditations, pre-recorded meditations that you can practice. Practice them every day. Meditation is the greatest thing that you can give to yourself and to your baby. Everything will change just by developing that habit of regular meditation. So just to get the taste of it, let us start with the practice. So sit in a comfortable posture, legs crossed, or you can even, if you are sitting on a bed or anything, you can keep your legs wide open in the front and your back supported if you need that. Hands relaxed on the thighs. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to the point between the eyebrows. This is a very important point. Whenever you feel negative, close your eyes and bring your awareness to the point between the eyebrows. This is the holiest sanctuary on this planet, holier than any temple, holier than any church, holier than the mosque. It is right there between the eyebrows. And now forget about the world. Disconnect yourself from this outer world. See it as a dream. And now you're going deep within the reality of your soul. So dive deep into the innermost sanctuary of your soul, where the demands of society cannot reach, where the reminders of your unpaid bills cannot reach, where the infinite demands of this body cannot reach. Dive deep into that holy sanctuary within yourself. And be completely still and relaxed. Feel the stillness and silence. Take a deep, long breath in and feel the breath filling up your belly, chest, till the shoulders. And as you exhale, completely relax yourself. And continue with this breathing pattern. You slowly breathe in, fill your belly, chest, shoulders. And as you exhale, you completely relax yourself from within and without. Continue with the breathing pattern. See it as a boat that is taking you deep into the ocean of joy and peace. So sail the boat of breath and go far into this ocean where there is no thought to bother you. This is your moment when you connect with your higher self. And the closer you get to that source, infinite energy flows into your system. Infinite joy wells up in your heart. And visualize your baby is also smiling. Actively visualize it. Connect yourself with that life within. There are hours when one forgets the world. There are hours when one approaches that region of blessedness, in which the soul is self-contained and in the presence of the highest. Then is silenced all clamoring of desire, all sound of sense is stilled, only joy is. Touch that joy within yourself. There is no holier sanctuary than a purified mind and a mind concentrated upon joy. There's no more sacred place than the region of peace into which the mind enters when it is fixed in the divine that resides within you, the divine that shines through your eyes, that beats in your heart. Purity, bliss, blessedness, and peace. Purity, bliss, blessedness, and peace. These make up the atmosphere of the state of meditation. I repeat it again. Purity, bliss, blessedness, and peace. Repeat these qualities in your mind until you feel them manifesting in your heart. They must become a part of your life. That you float in that joy that resides, that has its source within your being. The spiritual consciousness dawns in these silent, sacred hours which you give to yourself. The soul is closer to its source. The streamlet of personality expands in these hours, becoming a mighty, swift-moving river, flowing in the direction of that true and permanent individuality. Which is the oceanic consciousness of the divine. That is your true self. So bring in that power, O feminine. You are the only ones blessed to nurture life on this planet. Do not see yourself weak. Do not see yourself covered in problems. See it as just dust on the mirror. Clean it with the power of meditation. Clean the mirror of your consciousness and see how the soul shines forth through your smiles, through your eyes, and through your actions. And the life that you are bringing on this planet, they are going to do great wonders in this world. They are going to change the face of humanity. You are bringing the future of humankind. So see, take that responsibility on your shoulders that you are going to nurture the force that is needed today in the world. But you can only do that once you realize your own power as soul, as infinite, immortal joy, filled with bliss, purity, blessedness, and peace. So with regular effort, fill yourself with such good qualities. You don't have to bring them out from somewhere. It's right there within you. All you have to do is just realize it. With every silent breath, smile within your heart. With every silent breath, feel your connection with the life within you. Draw within thyself, O soul, seek thou the silent hour with truth. Know thou thyself to be of the substance of truth, the substance of divinity. Verily within the heart doeth God dwell. Verily within your heart God dwells. So fill yourself with that divinity. Your body, mind, and soul all aligned in that divine energy, and transfer it to your child. That the divine force become the protection, become the source of joy for the life that is nurturing within you. Take a deep, long breath in. Relax, and you can find a comfortable position. You can rest, and you may even lie down if that's needed. Or you can stay in this position for the next few moments, keeping your eyes closed and becoming more aware of that silence and stillness within. Outer silence and outer stillness doesn't bring much change. It is the inner stillness and the inner silence that takes you deep into your very core, where you find the strength within yourself, where you find the joy within yourself, where you find the love within yourself. So in this silent hour, bring that source out on the surface. Take a deep, long breath in. Exhale. Relax. And now forget about the breath. Let it flow in and out naturally. And repeat in your mind. Bliss, blessedness, purity, and peace. Keep repeating these words until you feel them in your heart. Until you feel that peace descending upon you. If you want to be more comfortable, you can even lie down in Shavasana. Take a deep, long breath in. Move your fingers. Bring your awareness back to the body. Join your hands together and rub them. And as you feel some warmth in your palms, then place them on your eyes and absorb that warmth in your mind and body, like the blessing from the divine coming directly upon you and your child. So show me your hand if you're feeling a little bit of peace. Okay, I got 2 hands, 3 hands, 4, 5. Kaushalji, I hope you connected with your baby. Okay, great. Thank you. See, just a little bit of this practice can give you this peace and joy. Imagine if it becomes a lifestyle. Imagine if you start meditating every day, you can't even imagine what will come out of your being. Who will come in this world? More Swami Vivekanandas and more people who are going to be like great warriors of light in this world. Those who are going to change the face of humanity. All we have to do is just reform ourselves and we'll reform thousands. And reformation starts with learning to meditate, by practicing yoga, by dwelling in positive, good thoughts, even in the midst of challenges. So I end it here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. I think, like all the mommies, my heart is also filled with peace and calmness. So thanks a lot to you for this. I think with that, Shubham, we should be taking the questions, if any, from the mothers. Yeah. All right. So I would like to request you all, if you have any questions, my team is here to help you with the answers. Anything that comes up to your mind, we would love to answer them all. Dr. Tushita is also here with us. I think, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, I have one question. You know, many times what happens is we always understand that whenever we have to meditate, right? Especially here when we are talking about females who are in their 2nd or 3rd trimester, probably in the 1st as well. So do you think it is only mandatory to sit and then meditate, or probably we can be in a comfortable position in Shavasana as well, where we can meditate? Also, if you can help us know, an appropriate time. Probably I know that you will say, or you can meditate anytime, but yes, where we see that our body and our baby absorb more of the peace or the calmness that we want to give to the baby. So if you can highlight a little more about that.
Okay, let me first talk about sorry the form that you have to take first is whether be it sitting or lying down, or you can use. So see, actual traditional meditations happen by sitting straight. That the only one condition is that your spine should be erect. But during this phase of your life, you can just make the rules a little loose. You don't have to follow the rules that much. You can sit on a chair, you can use cushions, that is best. You can sit on the bed, use cushions behind your lower back, and if that is also difficult, lie down in shavasana. Do that. Use as many cushions as you need, maybe under your legs, but make sure that you do not fall asleep. Otherwise, you're not absorbing that, and thing become like what happened with Abhimanyu. So you'll only be able to transfer half of the energy to the child. Once you sleep, your senses disconnect. You cannot see, you cannot smell anything, you cannot taste, so you are not transferring any information, because the senses have been disconnected and the mind has retired within. So the thing is that you have to be awake in that shavasana, and I recommend you can use the guided meditations. That is the best. Or even if you can just play some soothing music. So I think the posture thing has been cleared. That best is you can sit on a chair. If you can sit on a ground, sit on a ground. Use cushions, this and that. If not possible, lie down on the bed. Go in shavasana. And then coming to the second thing, which was what is the best time? So as you said, every time is the best time, but then it's best if you do it in the morning before checking your notifications. Once you have checked your notification, then the world will catch you. There is something happening in the world. There is something happening in your work, in your family, and extended friends, this and that. And once you have checked your notifications, then half of your mind has been taken by the world. So it becomes, an extra job to disconnect yourself from that information. So better start your day with meditation. And at the end of the day, when you are done with all your, playing your role of a mother, playing your role of an employee, of a wife, and of a daughter, once you are done playing all those roles, take that, those clothes and put them aside and be your real self. Be the nameless, shapeless joy that you are. So end your day with meditation. Once you are done with fulfilling all your responsibilities. So those two are the best. And in between, whenever you have time, just quickly do a quick meditation, like 5 minutes, and find your joy. And from that joy, operate from that joy. Go to work having that peace within your heart. Engage with family, friends, while having that peace and smile on your face. So that you transfer that vibration, not to just to yourself or your baby, but to others as well. So you become that inspiration for others, that even, going through all the challenges and everything. And because it is a hard time, it's not easy, though I cannot experience it, so I cannot say it from experience, but I do know. I have seen my sister and other family members. So I can definitely say it's a challenging time, and it is not always possible to be in that positive, happy state all the time, but making the effort is enough. Make the effort. That is the only key. Try to hold on to that smile, even if you have to fake it. And if you feel like you can't smile, or it's a very bad day, take 100 selfies and send it to Flexify Me. I'm going to react to all of them.
Great.
Okay, I guess
that was great, Doctor. One other question that we have come from one of our mom here. She's asking that what if we get the thoughts while we are meditating, which is again very common. So how do we control that?
See, this mind is a very fragile tool that has been given to us. It is meant to produce thoughts. So thoughts will come. What we can do is, instead of like struggling to stop the thoughts, we must educate them. We must transform them. That this mind anyway has to produce thoughts. Why not it produce positive thoughts? Why not? It produced joy. See, right now, what we were doing in meditation, I was trying to deliver those positive ideas to your mind, and your mind was accepting it. And once it has started accepting, it becomes a swift moving river. Then joy, you go deep into that ocean and you keep flowing with that. So you must keep in mind that you don't, the motive is not to stop the mind from working. It's a very good tool. You don't want it to stop. You don't want to be brain dead. It has to produce thought, but it must produce good ideas, positive thoughts that will bring energy to your system, that will bring positivity to your mindset. And how you can do it? By doing guided meditations in the starting, because silent meditations would be a little difficult, because mind is not trained in producing good things right now. It holds on to the problems a little more. So that's why guided meditations are good, like we did right now, somebody telling you. And definitely Flexify Me is there to give you those experiences, and also the dashboard meditations. And apart from that, read good books. The more you read, more you transform the content in your mind. The words that you speak will change. The thoughts that you will think will change once you start reading good things. And once you read for 2 hours, write for 3 hours. Take up a journal, a pen, and start writing all the good things that you feel. You don't have to make up like a story or anything. Even you can do that too. If you are thinking, okay, I'm feeling very creative today, write down a story, write down fiction, write poetry, go out in the nature, look at the birds and see what the birds are singing. Write that down, that today the bird was singing the glory of the divine to my ears. Write it down. Look at the trees and how the trees are flowing in the wind, that I want to flow like that I want to be free. I want to be like trees, giving shade to others. So fill yourself with that positivity and transfer it to your pen, so that they become the words of inspiration for your own mind. And then your mind will become that boat which will sail you into that deep ocean of joy and peace. The moment you will sit down, you're doing nothing, mind will keep popping good ideas in your mind, in your being, in your attention. It will bring joy and peace all the time. That's what happens when you keep meditating regularly. You will smile for no reason. You will be happy for no reason. And that's what we all want. We don't want our happiness to be conditioned. We don't want our happiness to be taken away by something out there. So you have to find it in yourself and train your mind from all directions. Watch good movies, watch some comedy, this and that, but don't watch too much. These things are not like something that you can do all the time. Once in a while, it's good. Write and read. That is the best thing. And listen to good music. If you want my playlist, I'll share. Okay, I guess the question is answered.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. Any question that you would like to ask? No questions?
Hello, Nisha here.
Hi, Nisha ji, please.
I have one question to
Ji,
Trishita
Nisha ji.
ma'am.
Hanji.
Yeah. When I was in my first trimester, at the starting of first trimester, I was 54 kg, and after that, because of nausea, I lose my 2 kgs weight, and after that, doctor suggests me to gain weight. So how I can gain my weight?
Anji, Nisha ji, exactly what I had mentioned initially also. First trimester is a little difficult because of a lot of hormonal changes, a lot of surge in the body happens where you'll not feel like eating, nausea comes into the picture, and many women tend to lose weight. Now you have to maintain your good weight so that your pregnancy is strong and your baby is healthy. So here the protein intake is very important. You have to properly eat good quality. Are you you're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, Nishani? If you
No,
could tell
I'm
me.
non-vegetarian.
Non-vegetarian, yes. So include at least 2 eggs a day in any form. You can boil it, you can scramble or omelette, however you like it. At least have 1 egg for your breakfast, and the other one can be had either in your lunch or in the mid-evening snack. So you can divide your protein that way. Have at least 2 glasses of milk every day. if your gynec has suggested any particular composition of a protein powder which is useful for you, maybe something from Nestle called Mama and Me, and there are many different compositions. If she has suggested, you can add that in your milk twice a day. Also improve your other protein intakes like paneer. You can add soya. You can add a lot of root vegetables. Sweet potato is actually very good for you during the pregnancy. It's almost like a multivitamin. If you have one sweet potato a day, it's like having one tablet of the zinc over every day. So it's as equal to that. So you can include such things in a diet, and gradual weight loss will occur. So don't aim for overeating and adding a lot of fried foods and fatty rich foods and doubling your intake of the carbohydrate. That should not be done. So you have to just eat your balanced food, your 5 small meals a day, and give more focus on protein intake.
My
All the sources
doctor
what I've
is
mentioned.
she's avoiding like make that protein powder and all.
She's
She's asking
okay.
me
It's
to.
okay.
Yeah.
You can take a normal. In fact, you can also make this particular protein powder using dry fruits, and if this besan ka powder, say we make sattu mavu, it's called. So if you want, I'll send the link to you how to make it. We have many
Okay.
recipe videos. I'll share that with you. You can see that, and you
Let
can
me
use
give.
that once in the morning and once in the night. You can have that.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ms.
So,
Ali.
Dr. Tishita, we have a few questions in the chat. So Shweta is
Fine.
asking if we can have egg with yolk or we should have eggs without yolk.
Now, this is a very commonly asked question. Yolk has cholesterol. People say it has cholesterol, so weight gain hoga, ye hoga, wo hoga. But yolk also has all the other important minerals and vitamins which are actually present in egg. So if you have only the white, you're only getting the albumin protein. So please have whole egg. That's why I always divide it. If you want to have 2 eggs a day, since you are carrying, you need that amount of protein, divide it and have it. Have 1 egg in the morning, 1 egg for your evening snack or for your lunch. So please have whole eggs, but also properly cook it. If you have raw and half cooked eggs, it has a substance called avidin, which will prevent your biotin absorption in the body. Biotin is very important for your growth, also for your hair and skin, and also for proper protein uptake by the baby. So properly cooked eggs are important, and whole eggs can be had, divided and have it once in the morning, once in the afternoon or evening.
Sure, Dr. Tishita.
Welcome.
Another question is related to the books. Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, if you can help us know a few books which can help bringing that calmness, or anything that you suggest. Also books on parenting. So that is also another question.
See, books on parenting, one can go for any Garbha Sanskar book. They can search it and they'll find it over Amazon. And particularly for the mind, there is one good book. I'll write it down here. It says Mind and Its Control. Mind. I'll write it down in the chat. It's a very tiny book. It talks about how this mind functions from a very spiritual point of view, and how to control it, how to change the course of your mind. It's a very tiny book. It's from Advaita Ashram. Basically on teachings of Swami Vivekananda. It's a very good book. And apart from that, you must read or listen to Sanskrit shlokas. Sanskrit has its own power. Sanskrit is itself a therapy. Every sentence, every word is like a song in Sanskrit. Every word you can sing it, like Ramayanam, Mahabharatam. Everything ends with like a pranayam, like Pitaha. When I say Pitaha, at the end I am doing Kapalabhati. When I'm saying Ramayanam, at the end I'm doing Brahmari. So just reading the Sanskrit shlokas, just reciting them loudly, you will do pranayam. It will automatically generate those positive energy in your mind. The mantras have its own power, and you can even use affirmations. Go to our meditation library and you will find many affirmations there that you can practice every day. Write those affirmations down and make your own book and read that again and again. Train your own mind with your own thoughts. And if I find more books, I'll send it and they'll be delivered to you. Like the information will be delivered, and you can find those on Amazon or I
One
guess.
more question coming
Yeah.
from Palak, that she's got lower back pain. Palak, if you can help us know which trimester are you in?
I'm into second trimester.
Second trimester.
End of the second trimester.
End of second trimester. So if Pramodji, if you can help us know, she's having a lower back pain.
See, in the second trimester, it is. I think it's quite common to have lower back pain, and sometimes the legs get heavy, and things like that. And see, you should continue with your yoga practice according to your body's capability, and give just extra support to the back. Don't put too much stress. Don't do any bending, or don't do any backward bend. Try to keep your back relaxed. Don't sit straight for too long. Keep your back supported. And also don't lie down for too long. That is also a problem. Okay. Overactivity and underactivity are both problems. So you have to be moderately active. You have to be careful with your back. And also, as Dr. Trishita said, that we have to increase the calcium intake. That's one of the reasons you are having pain in the back. So I think, Dr. Trishita, you can give a diet advice on that.
Yes, also, Palak, we will be, since you practice with Kaveri, we will be mentioning the same to Kaveri as well, so that she can, have some more consideration while you are practicing with her, and so that you don't feel this pain going forward.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, Bhartiji.
Yeah, currently I'm in my 30th week. Last 2 days back, I had my blood test. Doctor told I have sugar. It's actually border. It should be within 140, but my sugar is 138. Basically, I'm a vegetarian and I don't like sweets and all. I'll not have sweets only. But how can I control?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So your sugar levels are showing 130 right now. Actually,
138.
138. This is your postprandial, obviously. Yes. So as I told you before, also because of the hormonal changes and also the insulin sensitivity as it increases during the pregnancy condition, this may happen. It's sugar does not just increase with intake of sweets or anything like that. We have to control, again I would mention the same thing, smaller quantity frequently. That is very important for you, and you have to eat, you have to give that two hours gap between each and every, even if you want to drink as simple as having a glass of coconut water for your mid meal. So you have to wait for 2 hours after your breakfast and then only have it. Give body the time to properly process the food what you have eaten. Have a balanced meal. If you have, for example, if I could tell you a proportioning on the plate, 50% of the plate you have to place your carbohydrates. The other 50%, in that about 35 to 40%, you will have your dal or your sabji or the protein intake, the major thing. And the rest 25 to 30% portion of the plate, you'll have your accompaniments. You can have a little bit of curd, a little bit of salad there. So portion your plate in that way and do not reserve. Have
Okay.
it. Served yourself, have it properly. Again, after 1.5 hours, you will start feeling a little hungry, near to the 2 hour mark. It means that your body has properly used it, it has properly digested it, and now you can have your next meal again.
Okay. Yeah.
And
one more question: is it harm baby or anything to the baby? Because what doctor told, it may lead to the preterm or because of sugar water level, whatever the amniotic fluid is there, it will get increased and it may lead to the preterm baby.
Preterm baby, yes.
Yeah, and in future also you have a chance of getting a sugar, because my father has a high sugar. So if I am thinking about the baby, it will come to the baby also, or how?
Yes, Bhartiji. One thing I would also mention here again, as Pramodji also said, do not overthink, do not take stress. be happy and just follow what you can, because hormones and internal changes in the body can sometimes be affected by your overthinking and stress. Yes, diet and exercise do help, yoga helps, meditation helps, but you keep a positive mind, follow your uh, meal plan properly, take your medication with your doctor's advice, properly follow it, nothing will happen. Amniotic fluid increases, yes, it does increase. So there are certain supplements for that. Your gynec will give you some amino acid sachets during a third trimester. So all that will be there. So do not worry about it. Properly eat your food, maintain your timing is very important for sugar level control. Same time, you do this NC for the next week, Monday to next Sunday. Eat your breakfast at the same time, lunch at the same time, dinner at the same time. Your major exactly. If you want to put an alarm in it, your body will get used to that meal intake, and it will control its hormones and production of enzymes according to that food intake. It will know, okay, yes, now I will get the food. So your all the hormonal changes and the enzymes will be controlled by that. So same time eating is important. And don't overthink, don't take stress. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, thank you.
We have, thank you so much, Trishita ji, for answering this. So we have Pravalika. She has some questions. So yes, Miss Pravalika.
Hi, thanks, Sakshi and Trishita. Wonderful session. But I have one question. I'm repeatedly facing this heartburn, like acidity coming while I'm sleeping. It is coming into the nose or something. Like it is calm. And right now I am 34th week. I I even take buttermilk, curd, for short portion of food, but I don't know the reason why I'm there could be possible that growing of uterus, but how can I avoid this thing? Just want to know some tips. And also I would like to know what diet I have to follow for the 9th month, which I'm going to enter, like 35th to other weeks.
Hi, Pravalika ji. Yeah, thank you for your question. Yes, it's a very common thing what you would face during your last trimester. Acidity, heartburn, regurgitation always occurs because the uterus pushes against our abdomen cavity, and it will come up. So for that, one thing is you told me you're having thin buttermilk. Please also start having a little jeera water. You can also chew on some soft throughout the day, fennel seeds. That will also help you. And try, as you already told me, you're having small frequent meals. It's good, continue to do that. And if possible, lie on your left more than lying straight. I'm sure your gynec must have told you that already. That also eases the heartburn. Add some pillows under your neck, under your head, and it will be like a slanting kind of a position, and on your left. So that also helps from your acidity and heartburn. Diet intake or your meal guidelines will be mostly similar during your last trimester. And when you are near to your delivery date, or your day of, if it's a planned delivery, or anything like that, generally we suggest that one day before your delivery, and if you know it's going to happen that day, try to have as light as possible. Don't overeat on that particular day. That you'll have to remember. Fluids can be also in moderation just before the delivery, so that it eases. And also sip on warm water or hot water throughout the day, 1 or 2 days before. Once you are set into the labor, it will relax your muscles, and it will help in that way. Okay, Pravalika ji, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dr. Trishita, once again. So any other question if we have from our audience? Yes, Rachna ji, over to you now.
Right. Hi, Dr. Trishita.
Hi, Rachna ji.
So my question is that my amniotic fluid level has gone little high. Not little high, but it's high. My sugar is completely in control. All vitals are good. Nothing, there is no sign at all, that needs to be a matter of concern. But how can we actually bring it down because doctor has asked me to take care of the diet and bring it down, less of the carbs and more of the fiber,
Exactly.
which I'm already doing. So my carbs intake is very minimal. Either I take rice in the night, follow that diet, And in the daytime, either I'm taking jawar or I'm taking something like that, not no wheat at all. So, but still, I'm still not able to figure out, how to actually work to manage it. Yeah.
Yeah, Rachna ji. Very again another common issue which happens, and as a doctor told you, carbohydrates have to be restricted or reduced for the same reason that if you eat 1 gram of carbohydrate, for that 1 gram of carbohydrate, 2.5 grams of fluid will be retained in the body. So that excess fluid retention happens because of that, and if there is excess fluid, it will go into the amniotic sac also, because it's the whole body's retention. It's not just for the sac ke usi mein bhar raha hai pani. Your whole body also may feel puffy. Early in the morning you may feel that little puffiness on your face, on your hands and your feet. Nahi ho raha ho. But generally it's divided throughout the body. So yes, carbohydrate restriction hona chahiye. You have to have a little more fiber because you should feel full. Because when we start to reduce the carbohydrate intake, जैसे अगर आपने rice या roti का intake कम कर दिया and you're having millets are also carbs. So we have to remember that.
Okay.
उसको भी अगर हमने कम कर दिया, we have to increase the fiber intake in the form of salads. You can have once in a while. You can also have raitas in the form of like you have some beetroot ka raita. That also helps a lot. It is cooling and it will help in add a little bit of salt intake. Also should be a little lesser, Rachna ji. Salt, if you have excess salt, it will retain the water. So salt ko bhi aap kam kijiye.
Right. So how
Other than that,
how millets can
be had. Yes, millets can be had. You can have it at least weekly 3 or 4 times a day. Baki din you have your normal carbs only. You can have rice and roti. Quantity को आप थोड़ा सा कम करो. It's not के drastically half कर देना वैसे नहीं, but gradually reduce the quantity. आपकी जो सब्जी का quantity, दाल का quantity को बढ़ाइए, salad को साथ में बढ़ाइए, vegetable intake को बढ़ाइए साथ.
Okay.
It should be fine.
Thank you.
We have Alina here with us. Alina, your question, please.
Hello. So not exactly a question, a small recommendation based on what Dr. Kamal was telling us during and after meditation. Books from Dr. Deepak Chopra are excellent to cultivate positive attitude, positive thinking. They also have a lot of reference to a lot of spiritual texts. So once you start reading Dr. Deepak Chopra's books, you will go back to reading a lot of spiritual texts. Like Dr. Pramod said that Sanskrit is also very important, just reading and understanding Sanskrit. So once you start reading these books, you will also go back to reading a lot of these other texts that will be helpful for you. So just a small recommendation based on the books that I have read. You will easily find them on Amazon also.
Thank you. Thanks, Alina. Probably last few questions. Anyone have any kind of a question? We would love to answer that. I'll quickly check the chat box as well. Okay, I think so with this we'll end today's workshop. And by any chance, if you come across any question, probably later as well, you know that you have Flexify Me team always available, just a call away or a message away from you all. And I would really like to thank all of you attending this today and coming up with your queries. I'm pretty sure that this is going to benefit you all. And like you, we are also very excited to see all the beautiful souls coming out of you probably after a few months. So yes, last but not the least, I'll give it to Pramod ji, ending this session today, and then we'll take a leave from the class, from the workshop today. Pramod ji, over to you.
Thank you so much for the honor that I end this session. I request everyone to please switch on your cameras and show your smiling faces. I want you to take those smiles away. I want you to get away with the smile from this session. And one second. There's a chat. Somebody is asking, okay, will you be sharing the recording to refer to it later? Yeah, sure. Recording will be shared with you. Please switch on your cameras.
You shared the book name.
I can see few husbands as well here. Manjeet is here. Rahul is here. Shraddha, Nadia, please switch on your camera.
Yes.
You shared the book name because we didn't receive in the chat.
Bharti
Oh,
will
yes, there
quickly
was.
share it with you right away. I think Shubham will be
Yeah.
sharing it with you right away on your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Nadia, Shraddha would request you, if Manjeet can also switch on his camera, that will be great.
We're going to end this session with a quick affirmation. Okay. I guess we are good to start. So close your eyes, bring your awareness again to the point between the eyebrows, and recall that joy that you have within yourself. And now let us affirm that my heart is filled with peace and calmness. My mind is filled with peace and calmness. My life is filled with peace and calmness. Repeat it in your mind, feel it in your heart, and make it a part of your being. At the moment you repeat that my heart is filled with peace and calmness, you must feel it in your heart. You must feel that joy, you must feel that peace welling up in your heart. When you say, my mind is filled with peace and calmness, you must feel the vibrations taking over your mind. And when you say, my life is filled with peace and calmness, you must be able to visualize your life filled with love, laughter, joy, and peace. So take a deep, long breath in. Hold on a gentle smile on your face. Exhale and spread that joy out in the world by opening your eyes. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary. Thank you, everyone, for attending the session today. I'm pretty sure that you all loved it, like the way we did. And we will wait for meeting you next time very soon in the same workshop, taking some more questions, taking some more experiences from you all. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.